Hello again, everybody. Harry Carey from Wrigley Field on a beautiful day for baseball.
Yeah, baby.
All right. Welcome to another edition of the Raymond Report. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your day. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Raymond Report. Come and learn about the Raymond Report sports betting tip sheet, especially for baseball season, and come and learn about value, percentage play, performance cycles, player availability, and we use a strict money management system. You can use the Raymond Report today at atsstats.com. All right, hope you had a good night last night. You know what? Our premium picks are absolutely, hey, you know what? Got to pump the tires when they need pumping, because right now our premium picks, last 25 selections, 19-4-1. And last night we had Philly plus a goal and a half, Pittsburgh under 6.5, Winnipeg Jets plus 1.5. We see that Geico Insurance really kicks in. And then the Miami Heat under 217.5. So a very good night last night with the premium picks. And if you go to the website, you can see we are now on a 19-4-1 run. The one was a push the other night with Montreal, Colorado. Or no, was it Colorado? Hang on, let me go back and I'll tell you what the push was. It was Montreal and Seattle. That's it, Montreal, Seattle. So pretty good run right now. And again, you can get us here at atsstats.com. All right, let's go to the opening bell. And let's see what the... see what the markets are telling us today. And I wrote an article. The one thing I like to do is I like to teach about risk versus reward, right? Perception versus reality. And you'll go to the front page. I'll show you the article I wrote today, and I'm very visual. I like to show things on charts, so this way, from a visual perspective, you can see right away. You can make up your mind. All right, let me see here. Last 7 days, 72.4% of the favorites are winning in the NBA. 28% for the underdogs, and you can see on the against the point spread, 57.4% compared to 43. So again, why would you bet point spread when money line? If you pick your spots, you can really do well. And if you do the over-unders, 53% of the games in the NBA have gone over the total. Let's take a look at the NHL and see what the markets are telling us right now in the National Hockey League. 63.3% of the games belong to the favorites the last 7 days. Only 36.9. Wow. So on the puck line. So again, guys, if you're not betting puck line, you're missing out on a lot of profits. And we did pretty well. In fact, I've been betting a lot of puck lines the last 25 releases for sure. All right, so let me go to that article. Major League Baseball is here. I'm going to talk about my sleeper pitching staff team. You know what? I'll talk about the Cardinals in just a second. But let's go to this risk versus reward. Go to the website, atsstats.com. Come and read this article right here. And last night, there was only 4 games in the NBA. But what I want to talk today about is anytime you're wagering, always remember this. Think of, it's like it's like teaching quarterbacks, right? When you teach them how to throw, I work backwards to the front, right? And the thing is, same thing in sports betting. Look at the outcomes at the end of the night. And because you have no idea before the game starts what's going to happen at the end. The markets, Bill Parcells says you are what your record says you are. Well, the market says what the market says they are. And at the end of the night, when you look at the favorites and the underdogs, in fact, let me bring up the favorite charts again in the NBA. Since I was going to do the NHL charts too, but I said, you know what, I'll just less is more, right? Stick to something simple, and let's just stick with the NBA for now. Look at the NBA. It's just amazing with all the favorites winning a 70.5% clip. And when you look at the NHL on the season, the favorites are winning what, 60%? 60%. We're talking a 10% difference in a high volume of league like the NBA, right? So going back to the NBA, and let's take a look at when was the last time the underdogs took the day? You got to go back to March 10th. Was a 5-4. So when you follow the markets and listen to the markets, they're telling you what's coming in. If you look at the last 2 weeks, the favorites have won the last 2 weeks. Last night was the only pause for favorites, and I say pause because it went 2-2, and only 4 games in the association. But then compare it to the point spread. Look at the last 2 weeks in the point spread. Favorite, underdog, pause, favorite, underdog, favorite. So when you come and do your handicapping each and every day, this is why I always start with the SBI, the Sports Betting Index, because you got to see what the markets are telling you, and you got to, the risk versus rewards. Are you ready to continue betting favorites, or are you going to go contrarian and say, you know what, favorites are winning at a way too high of a clip, so I'm going to start looking at underdogs and see if I can maybe steal a profit, right? So when I look at the last night's chart, and here's the visual I wanted to explain to you guys. So when you look at the favorites last night, you had to wager, I think it was like $803 or something like that, $819 to win $400. So at the end of the night, if you want to win $400 betting all the favorites, you had to wager $819. So look at the risk and look at the reward, right? Look at the risk here on underdogs. Look at the rewards. Obviously, when you got high rewards, and this is just straight up. If you're thinking, well, is that straight up or underdogs? No, straight up. I didn't do underdogs. I'm just doing the money line factor because I'm more of a money line handicapper, but I do bet the underdogs. I know you're probably saying, yeah, when? But go look at the picks. I do bet underdogs. And here's the actual outcome, right? So there's, prior to the night, that's what you're saying. Okay, if I want to bet favorites, I'm $819, there's my reward. I want to bet underdogs, there's my risk, there's my reward. Here's the actual outcome, right? Perception versus reality. That's perception, here's reality. The perception was two underdogs won last night, and there's the profit right here, right, on the favorites. So the favorites, underdogs, and here's the underdogs. The risk, right, 200, I think it was 201. For some reason, that Dallas game was like minus 101. But there's the outcomes, right? So when you're looking at the charts, there's your perception, there's your reality, right? So keep things in perspective when you're handicapping, because you're gonna get these days where you're probably not gonna bet for like 3, 4, 5 days, and then you're gonna get the urge to watch a game. I'm gonna bet on this game, but those recreational handicappers or recreational bettors, that's where the books make all their money off those guys, right? But if you're in this to make a profit, and I say it all the time, if you're gonna, I don't call it betting, I call it investing. And if you're investing into your sports betting markets, know what you're doing, right? You're not gonna buy penny stocks every day thinking you're gonna be a millionaire on penny stocks. Well, that's the same thinking you have with betting underdogs. And guys, when you look at the underdogs, they're winning 29.6% of the games. It's just, the one thing about me doing these shows all the time, and I'm just going to keep hammering the 5 whys. Why are you betting underdogs to win straight up when they're only winning 29.6% of the games in the NBA, right? All right, enough of the preaching. I feel like a preacher when I do these shows sometimes. But again, I'm just trying to raise awareness on your betting habits, right? Know what you're doing, and then if you're not winning, if you're winning, just turn the channel off and keep doing what you're doing. If you're losing, hit the reset button and say, all right, you know what? Maybe I got to follow this guy or the Ram report, because he's 19-4-1 the last 25, so I think he knows what he's doing, and he's been at this for 30 years, and he's one of the original, the OGs in the go to archive.net, go to phoenixsports.com, or just Google me and you'll see we've been around. There's a lot of us, the original guys, have been doing this for a long time. And ATS Stats, what you see here, this was built from scratch. This website, there's no feeds, the feeds, we feed our data, but there's no third party. Everything you see here is all in-house. All right, baseball. Let's talk baseball. Hey, where's my Harry Carey? Hey, come on, Harry. Let's talk baseball.
Oh, Living Tom.
Yeah, hey, Miss Harry Carey. All right, so I wrote an article here, my top 5 starting pitching staffs for the 2024 season. There's my teaser. You're gonna have to be a member to see that, but I'm gonna give you guys an insight on one of the pitching staff that I think is gonna really. I'm not gonna say they're gonna dominate, but when you're looking for value, I think the St. Louis Cardinals are going to be a team with value. When you look at their pitching staff, I was looking at the staff and I was saying, you know what, a lot of old names, right? And in baseball, you look at Charlie Morton with the Atlanta Braves. Man, the guy's still pitching. I think pitching in baseball is the only sport where a pitcher can be over 30 and still be very productive as an athlete, right? You look at Sonny Gray. Last season, maintaining a 2.79 ERA, even though he's starting the year on the DL, so we'll keep an eye on that. Malcolus, you know what? On and off years, like him and Lance Lynn, I put them in the same category. They're either really on or they're really off. And this is why they're called sleeper teams, right? So we're going to take a look at this. And Miles, he's been around a while here. He's with San Diego and Texas also. He's been a Cardinal since 2018, so I do like that. Kyle Gibson. Now, Gibson, let me see, was he with Texas journey with Minnesota, Philadelphia, I think he was with Texas Venture or Baltimore in 23. That's right, he was with Baltimore. I like Gibson, so I think he'll be a middle rotation guy. I think he'll be good. Steven Motz, right? Steven Motz will be also in the rotation. Then Zach Thompson, promising young guy here, 2.38 ERA. And we'll see. Even though I don't think he had a winning record last year, but I like the Cardinals to win the National Central. I think that division is wide open. Obviously, you got the Cubbies, but I think St. Louis is favored to win that at plus 197. I think they're the favorites to win at plus 197. And let me see here. I have him at plus 197 to win the National Central. Obviously, plus 38, 39 to win the World Series is a bit of a far fetch. But I think there's a chance they can win the National Central. So there's my my sleeper pitching staff for the first month in baseball. I'm going to really pay attention. I call these my under the radar teams. People are not talking about the Cardinals right now. Everybody's talking, the Dodgers and the Yankees and all the favorites, right? You go through the message boards and you're going to get that vibe of certain teams like St. Louis, Baltimore, Seattle. People are going to talk about that, and everybody who knows me knows I'm going to go on the Cashman bandwagon, right? With the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay, man, all they do is, I
want winners.
Yeah, and that's all they do. They just win games. So I'll probably be on that Tampa Bay bandwagon again. And getting Zach Eflin is a good acquisition in the offseason. And Kevin Cash. I don't think there's a team more struck with bad luck than the Tampa Bay Rays when it comes to starting pitcher. But Kevin Cash just, what Randy Moss would say? Yeah, he's straight cash. So I do like the Tampa Bay Rays again. Probably, do I like him enough to win the American League East? We'll see. Baltimore came out of nowhere last year. I can't wait to see if that was just if there's a sophomore jinx for them this year. All right, we'll see. We've got 2 games in the NHL tonight, and let's go to those 2 hockey games, and let's go to the NHL picks. And today we got the My Ottawa Senators. Hey, they're in Buffalo tonight, taking on the Sabres. I got Buffalo winning 3.6 to 2.8. The over/under 6.48. I got the Bolts over the Bruins. I got 3.1 to 2.5. The over/under at 5.68. And for my National Basketball Association fans, I got the Magic over the Warriors, 113 to 106, over under at 219. I got the Brooklyn Nets over the Wizards, 114 to 109, the over under 223.5. So we do have it going over the total. I got Cleveland 107, 98 for Charlotte. I got the Knicks 110 to 110 against the Raptors, 111 for the LA Clippers, 104 for the Sixers. And Portland over Portland against Atlanta. I got the Hawks winning this one, 113 to 99. Total at 212.8. And Portland on a 7-game losing streak. Oklahoma City taking on the Rockets. I got the Thunder winning this one by 3, 118 to 115. The over/under at 234.2. Lakers pulling off the upset last night against the Bucks as a 9.5-point favorite. 117-110 is the final, 227.4. Be careful on this game. This is your ultimate trap game. Like, Memphis having a bad year, 24-48. How are they only a 4-point favorite, right? Unless I got a bad feed again. Sometimes our feed is hit and miss, right? So let me double check this line before I make it official. And let me do this. Okay. Go to screen B, and I'll go to NBA. Make sure I got the right line here. Lakers. That looks a little off to me right there. No, we're right. All right, -4. Man, again, trappy, right? Looks a little bit trappy. I don't know if trappy is a word, but I just made it up. 117 to 110. Pacers, Bulls. That's a good game right there. I think that's probably your game of the night for entertainment. 114 to 112. 227 is the total. T-Wolves over the Pistons. 116-99. 114 to 112 for Utah over San Antonio. Another good game in the Ball Arena. 119 and 108 for the Denver Nuggets over the Phoenix Suns. And there you have it. Denver now on a 4-game win streak. That is your NBA roundup today for a Wacky Wednesday. Today is a Wacky Wednesday, March 27th. All right, guys, that is the Rain Report today for a today is Wednesday. Wacky Wednesday, March 27th. And again, go to the front page, get all the previews right here. And if you missed the podcast, you can always see them right here on the front page. And I do have some good articles that you guys want to read. Stats and trends. I'll post my trends article in just a minute. And you know what? For my horse racing fans, hey, let's go feed the ponies. I'm a big ponies guy. I love the horses. Everybody who knows me knows that, I like to dabble in the ponies. Let's go to Gulfstream Park today. One of my favorites. Well, actually, probably is my favorite racetrack. In Gulfstream Park, race number 1. Wow, what's with the purse? Only $25,000. Only $25,000 for Gulfstream. But maiden claiming race, 110 post time, 5 furlongs, and then hey, no surprise there. Where's my horse racing? Irad Ortiz Jr. Yeah, 8-5 morning line on the 2-horse Zeno, and number 6 horse Yasur with Paco Lopez taking a ride on Yasur, the 6 horse. Make the bed. When I was in the military, make the bed every morning at 5:30. Alvarado, 27%, last 100 in the money. Make the bed, number 5 horse, 7-2 morning line. And your Joker's Wild play of the day, number 7 horse, Praiseworthy Serpa taking a ride. Never heard of him, Serpa. The jockey, 15-1 morning line on the 7 Praiseworthy. Now, if you're going to bet today, how do you not bet with the Ortiz? Hang on, let me go to another race here. Where's my guy, Luis Saez? Is Luis not running today? I don't see Luis. I like to look for a horse that Luis is running, unless he's going on another track today. You know what? I'm not gonna venture out and give you guys a pick without researching it, but can't go wrong with Irad Ortiz Jr. All right, folks, have yourself a great Wacky Wednesday. I'll be back on a Thursday with some baseball. Cheers.